Hello and welcome to your Astroflower reading for the week going from the 15th to the 21st. Aries, how are you doing? Welcome. I hope you have a lovely reading going forward. Quite an amazing week, really. I've seen it in the monthlies, in your individual monthlies. I've also seen it in the in the chakra and the aura reading. Sorry about that, I just got lost. Chakra and aura reading that I did during the week, so you can go and have a look at that and stuff like that and see how it sort of really affects your week. But we're going to be pulling these cards. Let's just see what's going on in your overall energy. Page of Cups. Believing in the future. Being optimistic, which is not sometimes your strongest point, Aries. I've got loads of Aries around me, in my family. And the funny thing is, in my family, they're born on the same day, the Aries. It makes it double. And so I've got a lot of Aries in it. And I know sometimes it's simply because the way you calculate things, which is absolutely brilliant. That's why you tend to be very good accountants. Tend to be very good sort of like architects or school teachers, looking at, that sort of thing, and positions of authority, because you've got to calculate everything. You can see the misguided or the misgivings within the world, and this breeds a little bit of sort of, I'd say, pessimism in a way sometimes. But here is sort of saying to you, your positive side, when it's positive, it is unstoppable. And this is what it's about here, is discovering that sort of self-belief or belief in what's going on or where you're going and everything like that, I think is really important here. The overall energy here is exploring that idea of what your emotions can actually bring to the world, as it were. So on your relationship side, this is the karmic message on your relationship side, you have the Temperance. Temperance is knowing when to act and when not to act, having patience. And so having patience is also about sort of knowing when to act after the patience. And what I'm getting here is like you're like this UN go-between. This is how it feels in a lot of the relationships that are around you. It's not about you this week, I don't think. It's about how you position yourself within the relationships that are around you. And you don't want to be caught in that position as the messenger getting shot, basically. The universe is trying to put you in a great position in this regard, in this aspect. They're providing, the universe is sort of providing for you a brand new start of sort of concrete authority, sort of worked out through action rather than actually through individual, sort of concepts, as it were, and ideas. So this is actually sort of like the universe here is creating scenarios and situations where you can actually, I don't want to say seize control, because that's not what it is, but it is a little bit like that. Yeah, they keep saying to me, yes, seize control. You've got to take control of the situation within the relationships that are surrounding you. So we're talking about friends, family, community, even your partnership, your immediate family, as it were, your relationships. It's, I think this is a good thing. And, people like it when other people position, because it helps them position themselves. And this is all about you positioning yourself. And I've noticed it over the last few weeks, that you've been positioning yourself for the future. Okay, your guides here, as obviously, if you're going to put yourself out there into those relationships, and this is what the Ace of Pentacles is all about. It's a very lucky card. It's about, taking those seeds and planting for the future and having a real opportunity. The Five of Pentacles here, this is one from your past in the way. And this is how the guides are trying to influence this message here. And I think this patience. Do not allow your weak sides to come to the surface within your relationships. It's gonna make you stand out and stand alone in a way. Simply because, as I said, You're going to be that messenger, that go-between between relationships at the moment. That's what it seems to be like. It's a blessing in disguise. Yeah, you're probably going to take a bit of flack, but you're very capable of taking flack, Aries. Incredibly capable of taking flack. If there's any sign that is capable of taking it, I think you are. You're one of those major signs that can do that. And it's how you've positioned yourself. And I've noticed this. I talked about this a year ago about taking the position as the pillar in society. And this is a similar sort of thing that you've been building up again over the last few weeks, of taking the position of pillar of society. I think certainly for since your the end of your birthday period, from the sort of mid to early April, and obviously when you put up a pillar, people like to throw stones at it. That's just the way it goes. And I think you're very capable of just allowing it to roll off your back here. Don't get triggered. Don't emphasize your weak side. That's what it's sort of saying here. Within the guides that are helping you to your future self and egging you on, you've got the Hermit. So the Hermit is brilliant for this scenario within your life at the moment. The Hermit has basically, you can look at the mountain. Normally a Hermit's gone up the mountain, and you can look at the mountain in two ways. You can look at the mountain as obstacles, but you can also look at the mountain as achievements. If you look at the King of Swords, he's sitting on top of a mountain. He's achieved a lot. And the Hermit's a similar sort of thing. It's the sort of like the energetic, emotional and spiritual side of the Hierophant. And the Hierophant knows how to go up to his star very easily, mechanically, through the physical world. But the Hermit knows how to do this through his spirit. And as he's gone round the mountain, regardless of whether it's his obstacles or objects of desire or goals, the Hermit has to go round the dark side of the mountain. So it sees his shadow self. So the Hermit has a very good 360-degree memory of the situations that are around him. And therefore, he doesn't really blow his trumpet. He just gets on with it quietly. He's captured that star. He's got it in his lantern. He knows where he's going. And this is where I sort of talking about being optimistic about the long-term plan. This is what your guides are trying to help you with here. To help you to position with your friends, family and community that is around you, so you can be that messenger, because the Hermit is the messenger. He conveys the experience of going up the mountain, the difficulties, the joy, the facility of it all, the easiness of it all, as much as the difficulty. Every aspect of it all. He's converting his experience into knowledge and understanding for everybody that is around him through his actions. And this is where you've got to stand true to yourself, I think. Six of Cups is the overall outcome. I think is bringing together the past and the future here. And basically, this is where you are that go-between sort of person. Yes, it could have something to do with someone in the past that comes to the fore within this situation. It could be like a family member or a friend that you haven't seen for some time that becomes a bit of an ally that helps you out to sort of be that messenger, be that calming, peaceful force in the arena of emotions and relationships that are around you. But there's also an aspect of sort of saying, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So take the good with you going forward. Don't use this as a moment of judgment, because some people do crazy things when they're a bit hot-headed, don't we? We all do it, I wouldn't judge people's actions this week, because it's going to be a bit of a crazy week, and it's going to make things very clear for a lot of things. So I wouldn't use judgment. I would look at this week as a transitional week. So then in the following week, from the 21st, you can then move on to construct something with people that you may have even had difficulties with this week. And it's that idea of the messenger, that go-between that you are positioning yourself in. And it's a beautiful position, a real position of peaceful and loving power, basically. Let's see what's going on your material side. Now, this is a completely different side of life here. Obviously, we've got the Nine of Cups. So your karmic message here is to go towards your creative side and sort of exploring all those beautiful avenues of, your not only your creative side, but also, your sort of artistic side, your sort of pleasures in your business or in your job or in your project. If you're looking to get ahead within your business or job or your projects, I think you'll get ahead through opening up to the joys or the aspects of your material world that you enjoy. And this enjoyment is going to lead to opportunities that will open up for you, because it will make you stand a little bit head and shoulders above the rest, I think. Three of Swords. Lucky, it doesn't come out on this side. It came out on this side. A few people have been getting the Three of Swords, it's got to be said. And the universe here it's a very simple question here, the very simple answer. The universe is sort of saying, take out the struggles and emotional conflicts within your workspace and concentrate on the joy that it brings. So, it's time to put down your axe, as it were, of, if you're running a business, sometimes you might be fighting against a competitor, not necessarily fighting, but, having a competition with a competitor and really trying to get on. But actually, the best way to get your business going on is not necessarily concentrating on your competitor. Yeah, have a look every now and then, seeing what they're doing, but don't concentrate on it. Concentrate on your joy and your pleasure in your business. Same thing with your career path. If you're looking to get ahead in your career path, don't look at sort of getting involved in any sort of conflictual sort of stuff. With colleagues that are going maybe for the same job as you, for example. If you explore the idea of pleasures, you will stand out head and shoulders above the rest. So the past guides here are the Page of Swords, are trying to give you those ideas, those joyous ideas, those light bulb moments from the past, of realizing a lot of things from the past. And it may well come from the end of a conflict with someone, that is a separation or end of a competition with someone, some business or within your projects, where it's going to make you realize that certain things in the past, and you're going to have a bit of a oh right moment, which is going to help you to sort of progress on your path on a very constructive and orderly manner, with the Queen of Pentacles. And this is what's bringing you forward. She has that order. She has that sort of confidence within the sphere of her immediate surroundings, because she's sat at the Tree of Knowledge. So she understands the long-term process of seed to fruit, etc. She also understands the idea of being confident in a path that is born out of those rhythms of life and the natural progress of things. And this is where we come into the logical revolution logical evolution that I've been talking about. She's very much an actor in that sort of thing. It's just, you plant this seed, this is what grows, you look after it, and this is the fruit you're going to get. And she knows this, so she's very confident. She doesn't worry about what people say about things, because she's got that eternal knowledge and security within her. And that's where you're going towards within your material world. And happiness. So yeah, I think this is, as I said, get involved in your pleasures, your creative side. This is what's going to come out of it. I think if you're looking at getting a career path or moving on in your career path, it's certainly going to bring you joy and definite success within your career path, and also within your business if you're running a business as well. You know, it's gonna make you feel a lot more happier, buoyant, and make your business go on. If you apply that logic, that natural common sense within your business, um, according to your pleasures, your artistic side, and all of that. Okay, let's just do a bit of clarification here. Let's see what we've got here. We've got, with the Page of Cups, we've got the Four of Cups. So this is completely different sort of cards here. This is basically here. I'm just dropping a few cards here. This is a case of the Page of Cups and the Four of Cups. It's almost like different ends of the spectrum. The Page of Cups is very got that optimistic view of the future, whereas the Four of Cups is a little bit sort of, you know, looks to the past and almost disappointed and stuff like that. So it's saying here in the overall energy, don't look to the past, look to the future, and be positive about where you're going. With the Temperance, we have the Knight of Wands. These are completely opposite cards. So Temperance is about patience, but it's also about action, about moving into acting, as it were. And this is where you get the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is very rhythmical, but very fast-moving, sociable, connecting with people and stuff like that in a very sort of rhythmical sort of sense. It doesn't deviate from that passion. And this is sort of saying here is when it's time to move, and move with passion and joy within your heart. With the Ace of Pentacles, you get the Nine of Cups. Exactly what I said on this side. So the universe is offering these opportunities so you can actually express those moments of joy that you can bring to everybody as much as people can bring to you. And the Nine of Cups has been very prominent in everybody's readings. And it's not necessarily what the gifts are that are coming from the universe. It's also what you have to bring to the situation. And with that Ace of Pentacles and those physical situations that the universe is trying to create to you, this is where you can turn up and kind of go, oh, look, and I've bought the and I've bought the cake for the meal, and everyone's way, and that's the sort of thing. So someone's bought the potato salad, another person's bought the sort of like sparkling water, whatever it is, and you've bought the cake. So and it's contributing to the collective, I think, of how realizing you've actually got a lot to give, and the universe is trying to back that up at the moment. If you don't focus on your weaknesses and you stay true to yourself, and with this blessing in disguise, it's going to bring in very short, sharp situations where you're going to be coming out of them very victorious and standing very, standing right up in your boots, standing, upright in your boots, as it sort of thing. And it's going to go quickly. These little conflicts are going to go quickly, really. And it's going to ask you to be very true to where you're going, following that plan, following that hermit, basically, which will bring you lots of success. With the Five of Wands, the thing is with the Five of Wands, you could regard it as conflictual card, and you've got two fives here now, Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Five of Pentacles is earth. Five of Wands is fire. What does fire need? It needs earth to exist. So it does feed off a little bit off of this. But also at the same time, the Five of Wands is a learning card. So I think here is expressing your learning, what you've done through the Hermit, through the past, to take yourself out of the conflict and be that light, like the Hermit has got, that light for people to stop that internal conflict that they have with one another, and to look at you and sort of saying, okay, well, look, let's stop fighting, let's follow Aries. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. And what comes out of it all is healing. The unification, the Four of Swords here. Did we have another four there? No, we didn't. Yeah, we did. We had the Four Cups. But looking to the future, not looking to the past, it's going to reunite your household. And this could be your household of friends, family, community, whatever it is. And it's bringing the beautiful things from the past into the future. Okay, and that is your job this week. It's very, very particular. Let's have a look what's going on this side here. We've got the Queen of Cups with the Nine of Cups, expressing yourself, allowing your energy to flow freely within your creative pleasures and stuff like that. I would head towards that. That's really important this week. The Three of Swords, you get the Three of Wands. So fire does need air as well. But without that earth behind it, without you contributing to it, that will come to an end. It will stagnate, basically, with the Three of Wands. As it stagnates, all of a sudden you're going to realize that you get all these lovely ideas that come into the surface because you're not concentrating on that anymore. Let it go. Let it just happen. And it is the Three of Wands is the harbor master. It's the going between, the coming and going between with the exterior world. I think that's coming to an end in regards to the conflictual sort of situations you might have had with people that were around you. With the Page of Swords, you get the Ace of Swords. That's really nice as well. The Page of Swords with all those bright ideas, and this is what the Ace of Swords as well is about. And it helps you to convert those ideas into victory as well, to have a very clear vision of where you're going within your material world, within your job, your business, and your projects, basically. And that vision, combined with your pleasure and desires to create and stuff like that, is going to really set up this Queen of Pentacles and the Sun, basically, after that. With the Eight of Pentacles that go along with it. Good hard work. And you are one of those hard workers, Aries. There's no doubt about it. Aries is not going to be sitting around twiddling their thumbs. You're going to be getting on and doing stuff. And it's going to breed in, if you want this security and this sensation of, yes, you're going to have to work hard at it. But working hard at your pleasures is going to be so much more fun. And that's what comes out in the Sun. Well, for some reason that card wants to come out there. Okay, so the Sun, we've got the, let me just put these cards down. We've got the Eight of Cups there. So the Eight of Cups is, she is walking away from that one cup there and walking towards the Sun, walking towards her happiness. That's exactly what she's doing. And that Page of Cups is helping her do that. It's like that's the start of it and that's the end of it. The Page of Cups is holding that one cup there and she's moving towards the Sun. And that's your overall outcome, your happiness. Now, the other card that wanted to come out with it is the Five of Pentacles, which we saw over here. And this is where it's sort of saying within your financial sort of world or within your job and your material world, the Sun is going to, because you're going towards your pleasure, you're no longer going to have you're walking away from any weaknesses or any complications you might have had within your material world. And as you walk away from those weaknesses and you walk towards your Sun, you're going to become incredibly empowered as you go forward. Really good week for you, Aries. I think it's going to suit you down to the ground. There's good hard work to be done. There's good connections to be made with other people. Real sort of networking in a different sort of way and standing up as being that pillar of society around you. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. There you go, Aries. Don't forget, we will be doing a live reading with Veritas Tarot over on that. You'll find her link in the description below. That's Victoria's channel. And then the following month, we're going to be doing it over here on the Astroflower. So yeah, if you want to ask questions, you're going to have to get over there and subscribe to that channel. And we will ask questions live, which would be absolutely brilliant. Don't forget, you've got your monthly readings and etc. I will be trying to bring out a reading for a tarot reading for the 16th, 17th, and or the 17th, 18th, 19th of May. What's happening on the end part of the week, and doing an all signs timestamped as well. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you got the best out of this reading. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.